The Breakfast Club with Carly Wilford on Rinse.
Hey Twigs, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good.
So obviously you're in the final 12 of Mercury Prize. Did you ever imagine when you wrote the album you'd be here?
I'm sorry, you're speaking so quietly. You're going to have to talk up.
Hang on, let me take these out.
You're like
Hang on.
whispering.
Well, I've got these in and they're really, really loud.
Oh, no, you're speaking so quietly. I'm like...
What's she saying? Let's start that again. So obviously in the final 12 of the Mercury Prize, did you ever realise that when you wrote the album this was where you'd end up?
It's going to sound like a weird thing to say, but I didn't really think about it like that. I just, I love making things and I love creating work which is 100% honest and I guess conducive to like who I am and what I do. So that's all I've really been focusing on, and then everything else is just the icing on the cake, really, isn't it?
How many years' work has gone in to making the album that you've just put out?
Well, I guess it's your whole life, isn't it? When something's created, it's your whole life. It's like the colouring book that you saw when you were 3, or it's like the dance performance that you saw at an art fair when you were 8, or it's like the dance competition you did when you were 15, or it's the first time you went to a rave, or the first time you went to a nightclub, or the first boyfriend you've ever had. So I think it's just your life, isn't it? If you're an artist, all those things, it just goes into who you are and what you make.
And talking about being a musician as an artist, that's what you really are. When you went into it, did you take all of those factors into consideration, or did you start making the music first?
When I first started writing when I was 16, like I just wanted to write songs and I just wanted to sing, and I didn't really know where it was going or what was going to happen, but I think that the most how can I explain it? The biggest moment for me was when I realised that I produced the majority of the record myself, because when I signed to Young Turks and when I signed to XL, I said I want to produce one song. I was like, one song is good, or 2 songs, that's cool, but to look back and to know that I worked on pretty much every single song and that I produced like over half of it, probably more than that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's 2/3 of it, I had some sort of input in the production. I guess that was the biggest thing, like looking back at the credits and just realizing like how involved I'd been and how focused I'd been and how much I had to learn. I literally taught myself how to use Ableton in a year. You know, I was like, I have to learn to do everything, and it was amazing having the support of my bandmates and of friends. I could call up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, it's making this noise, I don't know what it means, like, and by the end of the record be sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning, like working on a beat and finishing things off 100% by myself. Like, I guess that was the moment where I was like, wow, I don't know how this happened, but it's, I guess, bigger than I ever imagined it would be, and not necessarily in achievement and not necessarily in awards or anything like that, but just from a personal point of view. And I think that I'm somebody that I'm doing this, you know, from a personal point of view, and then I'm presenting it to the world for everyone else, but I'm not driven by like those kind of outside pressures, if that makes sense.
And from a creative perspective, how many other people have had influence on what you're doing?
I mean, it would be difficult to like pull a number out the air, but like I said before, like influences come in all different shapes and sizes, and it's kind of just your life, isn't it? And it could be your friends telling you a story, or it could be your mum, or it could be a lover, or it could be, you know, another artist that you're working with, just kind of giving you that encouragement and helping you develop your sound. So, you know, I guess it's a majority of things that all come together.
And which is your favourite track on the album?
Oh, I couldn't possibly answer that. You know, they're all my babies for different reasons. It's like saying what's the favourite part of your life, you know? It's like everything.
Let's just have a little bit of a conversation about your live setup. I've seen you perform live, it's absolutely amazing. How much work goes into it?
A lot of work does go into it, but I think now I'm just about to start touring properly, and I'm going to be doing some shows in America and across Europe, and it was really exciting. I sort of sat down with my like creative team and my friends on my living room floor the other day, and we were kind of throwing ideas and showing pictures and talking about lighting and talking about things that I guess you know, when you're like boxed into the computer, like finishing music, you can't really see yourself talking about what type of strobe light you want on that specific part of the song. So I think that it's amazing to like jump forward a few months now and be sitting there and thinking about those little details which ultimately are going to make the most difference, because in the small details I think that people can really feel who you are and what you're putting in as an artist.
And out of all of the other albums that have been put forward, are there any ones that stand out to you?
Well, it's a difficult one because we only found out a couple of hours ago, so I need to go and look back through the list. But it's really amazing to be there with Jungle, who are also my label mates, and you know, to see a friendly name and on the night be seeing the friendly faces. You know, we've passed in the hallways a few times, but I'm definitely going to go and check out who else is on there. I'm excited to hear some more music.
And so, for anyone that's listening to this that wants to be in your position, what advice or support could you offer them?
I would have to say, just don't listen to anyone apart from yourself, and you can do anything you want to do. Like, don't even think about it. Like, don't even write anything down. Don't even like overthink it. Just go and do it. Like, you know, I think sometimes when you want to create something, you can like really overthink it and end up talking yourself out of it. But you just need to do it. You know, don't think about it. Just do it.
Good luck. We'll be with you to the end. Thank you so much.
The Breakfast Club with Carly Wilford on Rinse.